guys, Saman here from Aesthetic Progression, and in this video I'm going to express why I think running on a treadmill is better than running on a ground or park or whatever, just a free running. Why I think you should run at the treadmill. Now, if you're watching this video and you are trying to enhance your running capability, what I mean by that is if you're trying to improve your running skills, or you just want to be, better at running at the ground or sprinting, this video is not for you, because I know that treadmill running is not going to be similar to running on the track, running on the field. So this video is not for you. This video, in my opinion, is for somebody that is running for fitness as well as health reason, or trying to lose fat, or just to get that cardiovascular level up, and just to get the heart rate going, and just those kind of stuff, and not for running based performance type. So why do I think running on a treadmill is better? First of all, and the most important reason why I think running on a treadmill is way better than running on the ground is because of control. When you are running on a treadmill, you have a control on speed, you have a control on the incline, you have a control on decline, and in many of the treadmill, you have a control over heart rate, and you can really monitor your heart rate. You can put in the strap and monitor your heart rate. You can set an incline to a certain place. You can set a flat profile, a flat ground when you need. You can do even a decline in most of the treadmill whenever you need. So what that does is it helps you track. Okay, so if I want to run, for example, at a 6-mile-an-hour pace, if I am running at the ground, that's very hard for me to track. If I just want that consistency in running, okay, if I want that consistency in a 3.5 mile per hour with 2.5% of incline, it's very going to be hard for me if I want to mimic the same thing at the ground, because the ground obviously is going to have a certain incline. And obviously you can't really accurately track your speed. I'm not saying you cannot track your speed at all, but it's going to be very hard than compared to treadmill. Okay, I really love the treadmill for the same fact. If I want to improve, say I want to go, say 5 miles an hour this week. Okay, say next week I want to improve, and if I want to go 5.5 miles, it's easy for me to track that progress. It's easy for me to track that performance in that fashion. Okay, another reason why I like treadmill is because of its convenience. And I am a big proponent of saying if it's convenient, if it's easily available, if it's something that you can easily do it, then you have more chances of doing the whole routine. So what I'm trying to say is, it's here in the United States, sometimes it's going to be way hot, sometimes it's going to be way cold and snowy. So what ends up happening is people don't necessarily go outside to run because it's raining, or it's too hot, or it's snowing, whatever the reason is. People actually do not run outside much regularly compared to when you are inside, right? If you're in a garage setting, okay, or an indoor room type setting, you can obviously, run. It's going to be a better environment for you to run. Okay. What also I like about running in general, especially this is for like weight loss and health factor, is that whenever you are at home or on the treadmill, what you can do is you can plug into a TV, plug into your cell phone, put it on the dashboard of the treadmill, and then you can obviously you can run that way, right? So if you're doing that boring an hour slow intensity cardio when you are watching TV or something, it's going to be very useful, and you can even look at the magazines and whatnot if you are going in a slow enough intensity, and that kind of like helps you keep your mind off of the running and helps you focus on something, so you're running as well as it's easier for you to pass the time compared to running it outside. Now, I do agree that if you're going in 100% intensity, and if you're giving it all, or just running as fast as possible, or whatever it is, it's not really good to look at the TV and then run sprint as fast as possible, right? Doesn't make sense. But this perspective of me is saying, if you are just brisk walking or incline walking, cooling down, and you're doing it for like 15-20 minutes, You know, if you have a better chance of doing it if you have a TV or an iPhone or something where you can watch a Netflix, maybe YouTube or whatever. You know, you can watch something. It's easier to pass the time, so it's not going to be as, you know, difficult, and you don't have to push yourself that much just to do that cardio. Another reason why I really like treadmill is also because of the fact that it's easier on your knees. Okay, we all know that ground running can be very difficult on the knees, and you know, treadmill have these cushions and springs that makes it a little bit more easier on the knees and on the joints. The last reason why I like treadmill is because, you know, again, it's at home. So if you're one of those that have kids that, you know, can't really go out, or if you're one of those that lives in kind of, I should say, a little bit of a ghetto area where you don't really want to go outside at night or, you know, something, then, you know, treadmill is a much safer environment, or it's safer alternative, you know. And a lot of you people will think that you can just run at the gym and you don't need a treadmill at home, but I think having a treadmill at home is a big plus, and it's not very expensive as well. The treadmill that I bought is from a Precor. Now it's a little bit older model, I have to put that in front, but it only cost me about $400–500, and then it's a really commercial duty. Even if it's an older model, it's a really heavy commercial duty, so it's going to last for a long time, and it has a plethora of features that I can run, you know, and I can mimic the hills, or I can customize. It has the option for heart rate and everything if I put a belt on. So, you know, these are the reasons why, if you are just looking to run for fitness level, and if you're looking to run to lose fat and burn some extra calories, then running on a treadmill is a better option for you than running outside. Now, I know it can be boring, you know, but I'm not saying that running on a treadmill is picture perfect, because it's not. It definitely has its own flaws, but when you compare your limitations to what it can give you in return, I think running on a treadmill is a little bit better for a general population. Now, if you're an athlete who has to perform in a sprint, a triathlete, if you're trying the performance regarding running, then running on a treadmill might not be the best way. You know, obviously it can, you know, complement running in the ground, but you know, if you just run on the treadmill, that necessarily doesn't mean that you'll be able to run in the same speed on the ground. But for performance, but for in the sense of heart rate, in the sense of fitness, in the sense of losing calories, treadmill I think is just better than running outside. What do you guys think? Let me know down in the comment section below, and until then, I will see you guys next week. Bye bye.